Okay, so hi everybody in YouTube land. My name is Doodle Penguin, but some people call me Jazz. It works either way. I actually don't have a Den of Angels name. I would love to, but Den of Angels never gets back to me. I've been emailing them for probably 5 months. No one ever gets back to me. So I guess that ship has sailed. So it's just us and nobody else. It's sad. It's sad. But anyways. I am making this video in response to the BJD Addicts. I love you guys. You're awesome. Because I have nobody else to talk to. So it's like, yay! BJD Addicts exist! So this is response to prompt number 1. Spread the love. Introduce myself, obviously. And my lovely family. Because I like my real family, so I use them. I am 24. I work at elementary school. I live with 2 dogs who are currently locked up because they like to jump, and Sasha tried to eat a Zuza. So, yeah, they get locked up when the dolls come out. This is Sony. She is a Lutz doll. Lutz Sony. Yeah, I'm not very original with names. Not at all. And this is Chasm. He's kind of like my spur of the moment, you know, unexpected child. He is a Lutz Delph MSD-sized Mosca. I'll get more into him. I'm normally not attracted to his doll size, but when he came out, it was like, oh my god, I have to have him. So I have him now. It's great. And Azusa. Azusa is technically my very first BJD. I mean, I saw Sony first, but I could afford Azusa. So that's kind of how that happened. What else is in the prompt? Okay. So, introduce yourself. I like tea. So, yay, Azenva. I watch all your tea time talks. They're awesome. Tea is great. How did you get into BJDs? I cosplay. I do a lot of, basically anywhere where I can make a costume and then go outside in it. I like to sew, so cosplay is awesome. So I cosplay, and probably 2002, actually. I was at the Anime Vegas anime convention, because that's where I live. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I'm just walking around in my costume, you know, shopping. And this girl walks past me. And she was carrying a BJD, and I was like, oh my god, that is so pretty. But I'd never seen this person before, so I didn't want to be that weirdo in costume, because she wasn't, who just like ran up on her and started talking to her. So I followed her instead. It's not a lot better. So I followed her, and I probably followed her for like an hour, just around the convention, trying to get a closer look at her doll. Then she finally noticed me, and you know, talks to me. So it was okay then to talk to her, because she talked to me first. And it was a Minifee Leashy special. I had no idea what that meant at the time. I was like, oh my god, it's cute. I have no idea what you're telling me, but this is awesome. And, again, it was from Lutz. Lutz doesn't do Minifees anymore, I don't think. What else? So yeah, she started telling me about her doll, and, you know, more about them. And at the time, I had no idea what she was telling me, because she was going in and how they're made, and where she got hers from, and her doll's story, because she had a backstory for her doll. And I was like, oh, that is really cute. It had its little cosplay outfit. She wouldn't cosplay, but her doll did, so it was cool. So yeah, so she gave me the webpage, elutz.com. And like I wrote it in my notebook, because I carry a notebook everywhere. I was like, oh, I gotta check this out when I go home. Of course I didn't, because I work a crazy schedule. So the notebook sat on my computer for probably another month before I even thought about it again. And then I did. I picked up the notebook, I was on the internet, and I was like, oh, that's right. I wanted to see more of these dolls. So I went to Elutz, and oh, it was beautiful. I'd never seen anything so amazing before. So that was great. And I cruised like all of their sizes and all their different dolls. And that is where I found Sony. Let me pull her a little forward here. I saw her model and it was like I was struck by lightning. Oh my god. It was, I had to have her so bad, but she was so expensive, and I live alone and have like outrageous bills. So I couldn't afford her for the longest time. I mean, even the reason I have her now is because someone else paid for part of her. Literally, my best friend, he paid for part of her because BJD became like my secret hobby. It was the secret shameful hobby that no one could know about. No one could know about this hobby. So no one knew about it until last year, the anime convention, because I go every year, the anime convention of 2010, they were having a BJD panel. I was like, yes, I have to go and look at other people's dolls. Sorry, my video just like froze up. Look at other people's dolls, and he went with me. Casey, that's his name. Casey went with me, and he sat with me, and he thinks we're crazy. He thinks anybody with a BJD is out of their mind. But he's like the super smart, logical person, so he doesn't understand being completely fixated on inanimate objects. So it's cool. He doesn't like make total fun of me. He teases me all the time, but he thinks it's cool. So he sat with me for this panel, and he couldn't wait to leave. He was like, let's go. So it was cool, and then he found out about it. So I showed him the webpage, and like I told him about the one I've been wanting. And because I'm a list maker person, he calls it my OCD. I'm not OCD. I just like lists. I'm a very tidy, organized person. So I had a folder. It is my Project BJD folder for whatever I ever actually could afford at all. So I had a project book of all the things I wanted to do, all the things I wanted to make with my dolls. So yeah, so for Christmas, which was like 2 months after the convention, he gave me almost half the money for Sony. Like, literally, he gave me like half the money. And then I worked my ass off. I didn't sleep for several weeks because my job pays like rent, nothing else. So I have all kinds of extra on the side jobs, sewing mostly, sewing, babysitting, anything I can get my hands on that pays money. So I got up the rest of the money for her, and I bought her like 3 o'clock Christmas morning. So I was like, yes! It was the best thing ever. I was so excited. I cried. It was great. And she arrived on Valentine's Day. It was so great. Because I didn't get her on Valentine's Day, but she arrived at my post office on Valentine's Day. Because I don't drive, I take the bus. So I got the email that she was at the post office, that she was going out to be delivered. I was having her delivered to Casey's house. Well, Casey's friend's house. Because my neighborhood, yeah, my postman probably would have just dropped her on the porch and I never saw her again. So that's how that happened. And the post office was closed when I got there. It was terrible. The post office was closed. So she arrived on Valentine's Day, but I didn't get her until 2 days later. But it was cool, though, that I ordered her on Christmas, and she came on Valentine's Day. I was so excited. It took me like an hour to open her box, because I was like, oh my god, what if I don't like her? I mean, I've been liking her for several years, as sad as that is, several years. So I was scared that, I'd open the box, and she wouldn't be everything that I thought, everything that I had projected onto a picture of her online. She wouldn't be as cute, or, I wouldn't like her as much, what would I actually do with her now that I've got her? Things like that. So that was, it took me a long time to open the box. And of course I had to inventory everything, so I was like, she was the last thing I wanted to open. And they had her she was bubble wrapped like a mummy. It took me forever just to get all the bubble wrap off. But yeah, so we've been together since then. It's been several months now, and we've done lots of stuff. I'll eventually start making more videos. I'm kind of camera shy, so that's why I keep rambling on. Oh, and her outfit currently is a cosplay. I've been rewatching all of my Revolutionary Girl Utena anime. Great anime. Everyone should watch it. And Sony is wearing their school uniform with the big poofy sleeves. I'm still working on it. That's why anyone who can see the front of her, she still actually has sewing pins holding her clothes. And, you know, her red neck ribbon. So that'll be done soon, and it'll be great. So I'll make another video about her wardrobe. She has a lot of cosplay outfits. So it's awesome that way. Let's put you back now, because we pretty much used up almost most of our time on you. And Chasm.